Play that thing. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 4 o'clock somewhere. That's right. Welcome to Twin Towns. It's Blue Rinse Day.
Tony, you're drunk, mate.
Well, I
liked it, though. I kind of liked it.
Can I at least explain this?
No, I'd rather just roll with it.
You know, I just want you to know I don't wear green lipstick. This is just... This is all.
It's just unfortunate.
This is all a mistake.
It's just unfortunate. You've rocked up to our first podcast wearing green lipstick. Stick your tongue out. Show the cameras here, right there.
I turned up. I was pumped. I had everything ready to go. Very, very excited, and I got pranked, basically. Which is that's right. Which I thought is kind of an appropriate way for us to start our first podcast. My mouth's gone numb.
Wet the whistle, mate. Hey, first podcast. Welcome. We are calling it 4 o'clock somewhere. We should probably explain ourselves. Welcome to 4 o'clock somewhere, mate. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's see how this goes.
I'll see you at the end.
We've started this thing. We came up with the idea probably 2 weeks ago, and sorry, I didn't see it.
Well, it was a complete mistake.
Yeah.
You know,
meeting you was a mistake.
So where do we start? I mean, where do we start? I guess we need to explain to everybody how this came to be.
Yeah, well, it's an interesting
because it
story.
didn't start well. I mean, it was basically.
I liked it. I liked it.
Yeah,
I didn't mind the start at all. Yeah. Anyway, as you guys know, I recently, I guess about 5 months now, moved out of our old place and into the neighbourhood here, and would have only been a couple of weeks in. Tony was out front having a beer, admiring his lawns, and just staring, just doing the old man stance, just hips thrusted forward, watching the cars go past.
Yeah, I was.
What's this dude doing?
I was, yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, it was a peaceful neighbourhood before you came along, but it was quite funny because when I met you at the front, you'd only been here a few months, right?
A couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks.
I've only been here a few months now.
Okay. Couple of weeks. There you go. Jeez, I better got that wrong. It was crazy. I knew straight away that we were either going to get on or get off.
Hate each other.
Basically. Yeah. It was that sort of a conversation. I went on for about 10 minutes, and I thought, okay. I walked away. I didn't really think, geez, he feels like a good guy, but I couldn't be that lucky that I'd get a good bloke next door. And anyway, that's how we met. And
anyway, we kicked it off. We had a few beers one night. Oh, did we have beers that night? Jesus.
Yeah.
First night going around to this guy's house, we had dinner and drinks and a lot of drinks. I came home. I didn't realise how much I had to drink. I think I've told you this, but I got into bed. This hasn't happened to me in years, by the way. I got into bed as soon as I got home, closed my eyes instant, the dizzies, the head spins, and I was just like, oh, no.
Well, it's on you. It's on you because it's normal for me to have a few drinks, right? Especially on a Friday night.
Don't get me wrong, it's normal for me too.
But it's on you because it was you that introduced me to a game called Buffalo. And we're sitting there, and I said, but no, I've never heard of that game. What the hell is that game? It's a drinking game. Okay, well, I know a lot of drinking games. I've never heard of Buffalo. And it turns out I'm really bad at it. So, as drunk and as sick as you were, mate, I was right on the same level as you.
Yeah, so he kept having to scull drinks because if you guys know the game Buffalo, it's if you're holding a drink in your dominant hand, then and you get called out Buffalo, then you got to scull your drink.
Yeah.
And if you know the rules of the game, it means you're in the game and you're in the game for life.
We're in the game for life, right? And I think we might have started playing it again, and I couldn't do it anymore. So I sought legal advice. I just spoke to a lawyer.
Back to the night though. The problem was, I was nailing it. He was getting done Buffalo every 10 minutes. But the problem is he would scull his drink and then he would go get us both a drink. So I had to keep up. I just kept drinking really fast because there was getting to a point I always had a fresh drink out there. But you know what got me? It was the Reds. If I have plenty to drink, I'm pretty sure we ended up doing shots and everything that night.
We did a little bit of everything, mate, but I think it was the sculling of the Reds that really,
we sculled a few
we
Reds.
came a little bit undone there.
Reds.
But I've got to say though, mate, it's the only and the best way to meet someone though. Like, you know what I mean? Like we opened up really well, and we're best mates by the end of the night, right?
Oh, I was pretty keen never to talk to you.
I think we're that far. That far from kissing. I think there was a hug. I'm not going any further.
Yeah. See, I don't remember that, but maybe.
There's a little bit of Brokeback Mountain vibe going on there.
Oh, shit.
But anyway, that's how it sort of started.
Yeah.
And
I came home, got the dizzies, and threw up everywhere. Like, didn't laid down, closed my eyes, went to get up to run to the toilet, didn't even make it to sitting up. As soon as I sat up, it just my guts came up with me, just
that's right,
everywhere.
Yeah. I don't think we spoke for the next few days, and then over the fence we were sort of chatting, and I just said, "There, no more buffalo. I'm done. I've spoken to a lawyer. I'm out of the contract."
Apparently, there's a cooling off period. You need to change lawyers, mate. I don't know about this whole thing.
Mate, I'm just telling you.
Anyway, it's back on. Buffalo is on for the podcast. Which works for me.
Hang on, no.
Yours is sitting on the right.
Mate, all I know is that I need to get this green shit off my lips and out of my mouth. It's ridiculous. This is not the way I wanted to start.
Anyway,
we're here now.
Let's hear a bit about you anyway, mate. A lot of these guys won't know too much about you, so who are you?
Well, I'm your neighbour.
Oh, right.
We'll start with that. Yeah. I'm a nobody, really. I'm really a nobody.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
you know,
that's what
really
I thought.
nobody.
I could see that.
Really done nothing with my life.
No, you're from Melbourne. No, you used to be a stripper or something.
Oh, mate, no, I was never a stripper. No.
It's debatable.
No, I'm born and raised on a wheat farm. Yeah, born and raised on a wheat farm. Born in Dalby, raised on a wheat farm just outside of Dalby.
Dalby.
Yeah,
Used to go to Dalby for the skate park there.
Yeah. Dalby, mate. It's still there.
There's still nothing there.
Yeah. Born in Dalby, raised on a wheat farm till I was about 18, and then boom, left. So I left innocent farm life. I was absolutely an innocent farm boy, like milking cows, feeding chickens, driving tractors, to the Whitsunday Islands.
Did you live at the Whitsundays?
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
right.
I had my mother's uncle was entertainment manager on South Mole at the time.
So this is where the stripping comes in.
There's no stripping, but it was. So I went from innocent farm boy to working on South Mole as a DJ, and so as
DJ Tony.
Yeah, DJ Tonebone, and then he slowly worked me into the band. He had there was a big 14-piece troupe called Tropical High. So I was only 17, 18 at the time.
Not the, what is it called? The blunder from down under? What's the...
Oh, mate, I'll tell you this. I wasn't very good. I know that. I could tell you. I've got friends that have copious amounts of talent. Like they're prodigies, right, in music. I was never that guy. Yeah. I was just a hard worker and I just kept at it. And anyway, I was in the music scene and did maybe 5 years in the Whitsundays. Yeah, changed my life. It was amazing. Yeah, backpackers.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Ocean.
You would have loved it there with the backpackers.
Oh, I didn't know what I was doing.
Old bloody Tony Sly Dog here.
No, I didn't know what I was doing, mate. Like I said, I could milk cows. I could feed chickens. That's it. Yeah. I couldn't do anything else. Yeah. I mean, I got there, as all men do, but I mean.
Anyway, you've sort of been roped into content. You were driving past one day when I'd chucked Cassie up on Marketplace, and that was the beginning. Hey, that was the beginning.
Yeah,
it was all a bit of a laugh on that day, and then then it just got to the next level. Cassie joined forces with you. I'm like, fuck. Well, it's on then.
Look, I couldn't believe it. It still blows my mind, to be quite honest. You know, the attraction to it all. You know, and I just thought
to my wife.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, is that wrong?
No, well, I'm the same. We've got something in common there, man.
But yeah, that's where it all started.
Is it the tits?
I'm not going there. But
too late, mate. You've already been.
Yeah, I know. But that's where it all started, and it's led us to this point. So here we are, guys and gals. Here we are, and
3 cameras in front of us talking shit.
Yeah,
because mate, we've been doing it a bit like over the last few weeks, especially. Fuck, we've been hanging out like 3 days a week.
We've been hanging out. Yeah,
way too much. We're like, mate, if we're gonna drink every day and just talk shit, we may as well put cameras on us and make something of it.
Yeah, look, and also change lives.
Yeah,
you know, an opportunity for us to help other men.
Yes.
Now, I don't know.
Our wives were starting to frown upon us on how much we were drinking and
Well, we were
shit
sitting-
talking. So
Yeah.
now it's a job.
We're sitting at the kitchen table solving the world's problems. And we thought, well, why don't we just put this together, put it out there, and just
And we will literally solve the world's problems doing this.
yeah.
All of them.
So I can honestly say that one of the things I'm looking forward to most is
Saving the world's problems.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Wait, no. Oh, I've got to get used to this soundboard. No.
See, this was bound to happen.
Yeah,
I'm just
sorry.
glad you didn't find the crickets. That's all. I'm happy with that. What is that one? Yeah, there it is.
Still
there
got
it is. Yeah.
I'll get used to this. I've got to write on this board. All I see is colours.
Yeah. Oh, what, green?
Anyway, let's start the podcast off with a couple of dad jokes.
We'll laugh your skull. That's beautiful. Who goes first?
You go first.
Okay. What do you call a man with a small dick?
Justin.
Justin. But in this occasion, it's Jashan. I just thought,
Justin.
I thought, what a way to start the
Fuck.
Yeah, no, sorry, mate, but it's a good little small dick joke.
That was
it's a good little small dick joke.
That was way too close for my liking. Holy
right.
shit.
Thanks, mate. Yeah.
Dude, I think we both laughed there.
God, I can't believe it's only 8 o'clock in the morning.
No, it's 4 o'clock somewhere.
Oh, it's 4 o'clock somewhere.
4 o'clock
Yes.
somewhere, mate.
4 o'clock somewhere.
What's the difference between a fridge and a butthole?
A fridge and a butthole.
And a butthole.
I have no idea.
A fridge doesn't fart when you pull the meat out.
Can we? Mate, you for real?
I like that one.
Mike, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Was that a bit too personal for you as well, was it?
It's a bit close to home, yeah.
You fart every time the meat comes out?
No, I'm not saying any more. I've said enough. I've said enough.
Oh,
All right, here we go. Okay. Whew. Oh, my God.
Eye contact.
Okay. Now, what is the difference between a bitch and a whore?
There is no difference.
Oh, there's a difference.
Oh, yeah? What is that?
Yeah. Well, the whore sleeps with everybody at the party. The bitch sleeps with everybody except you, my friend. Oh, that shit.
No,
That's so bad.
no, it's just not a joke, you know?
No, it's not.
No, it's not a joke. It's
Yeah, I know. We can edit.
You're just on personal attacks here. This is
I know.
not this is
I know.
not jokes.
No, that was bad.
You're just attacking me.
Do I get the sip because it was so bad?
Yeah. No, I liked it. It was just too personal for me again. Because it's true.
Oh,
Like,
too
it happens
close to home?
me. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What's the difference between a G-spot and a golf ball?
A G spot and a golf ball. Well, I don't even know what a G spot is. Golf ball, I do. What's the difference?
A man will actually go searching for a golf ball. Which you have just proven true, my friend.
That's right. I think I just proved your joke.
You literally just proved it.
Can I'm going to skull on that anyway.
You're going to skull?
Yeah.
All right, go on,
No,
man.
that's good. I like that one. Why did the sperm cross the road? Why did the sperm cross the road?
It was just one hooker going to the next post across the street.
Because I put the wrong socks on this morning, mate.
See, I had to think about
Oh, come on.
I had to think about it too long. You know?
Don't tell me you didn't have a little sock that you used to roll up when you were young and flip it and jock it and duck it. And
Oh, it was like an ankle sock, maybe. Yeah.
probably not a sockette, mate. They're called sockettes.
The sockets.
Yeah.
What did one saggy boob say to the other's saggy boob?
I should know this one. Well, I have no idea.
If we don't get some support soon, people are going to think we're nuts.
First of all, my mother would like that joke.
Thank you.
I mean,
Is that a compliment?
Well, I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying you could tell my mum that joke.
Speaking of parents,
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like my jokes are in the gutter compared to yours.
Speaking of parents, met your in-laws the other day. Man, I feel like I'm really part of the family. Hey,
Yes.
I've met the in-laws in the worst way possible. By the way, the worst possible way to me. This is your wife's parents came into town. They're from Melbourne.
My in-laws, yes.
They came up last weekend. It was last weekend, and classy people. Very proper people.
Yeah.
And during the week you're like, you should come around for a beer, hey, say hi and stuff. I'm like, yeah, sweet, sounds good. But then it didn't happen like that. So last week, where were we? We went out to lunch one day and came home, and I had no wheels on my Jeep. And if you've seen the video, you probably know what I'm talking about. But you've forced me into a bunch of these challenges, and the last one, so I ended up with food dye all over my face, completely green, like looking bad, not good. And then the last one was to get on all fours. This is still sick, by the way. This is such a weird thing to get a guy to do. It's like the most dehumanizing thing.
Yeah, degrading.
Degrading is the word.
Yeah,
get on all fours and bark your way to the jetty or the pontoon.
Which was 70 metres.
Is it 70 metres down there?
I think so. Something like that.
All fours, crawling along the ground, green face, going roof, 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 roof for 70 metres.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, you didn't tell me this, but your in-laws had just arrived and they're all having drinks at the back.
I hadn't even seen them.
You hadn't? Had they rocked up during that whole shenanigans?
Yeah. I hadn't even seen them. And,
so this is their first impression of me. I'm on all fours, barking and crawling to the pontoon while Tony's here just laughing at me and filming me.
Yeah.
And I look up at one stage and your father-in-law was just standing at the fence, drink in hand, and I'm just like, oh my God, I just saw him. I've just got, hey mate.
In the middle of all your barking, you went, huff, huff. Hey mate. Huff, huff.
And he just, I'm pretty sure he just, hey mate, like shaking his head. I'm just like, that is the worst way to possibly
he acknowledged it. He looked terribly confused.
Because, like, you know, does he have social media? They don't understand social media. They had no idea what this whole thing was about.
I guess you have to understand my father-in-law. Now, you know, he's a heavy dude.
Proper mafia. Italian mafia, we'll call it.
Yeah. Irish mafia. A heavy dude. Look, transport guy. He's been in transport for 40 years. Tough.
What's he transporting?
Straight down the line sort of a bloke. Like, looks like he should be on Scarface too.
Very classy and very proper and just like old school like business.
Yeah, he really is.
Old school business.
He's very old school, a guy you just don't mess around with. And here he is, comes up to see his beautiful daughter, his grandkids and his son-in-law. And he sees you on all fours barking like a dog, and me, I haven't even greeted them yet, sort of forcing you to do this, and you weren't getting out of it. No way. That's how serious I was. Like, I didn't even go to say hello. I was there wanting this.
Don't even greet your in-laws. You just forced me to bark my way to the pontoon.
And you did. I did it. Yeah, you did it.
And then the walk of shame back up the yard.
Yeah.
I just didn't make eye contact. No, I'm just like, I'm walking up the side.
Do you remember when
head down?
Yeah, that's right. Do you remember when you come over to meet him for the first time and had a beer with him?
Yeah, well, that was 2 hours later. I got home. I jumped in the shower. I'm like, that's ridiculous. I've got to go over there and explain myself.
Yeah.
Because that's fucked.
He had the most confused look on his face as he was shaking your hand. He was not sure.
Like, bro, can I come around for a beer and meet him properly now?
How to take you. He's still not sure. In fact, I don't think he likes you.
Yeah. Well, it was an interesting night because
it was a big.
Well, you were we were originally supposed to go out. Well, I wasn't.
Yeah.
We sort of just bombarded. It was probably like 4:30 in the hour, and you were all supposed to be going out to dinner with, because you had all your family here for your kids' birthday parties.
I kept them away from the grass too, by the way.
Oh yeah. What did they think of the dick?
Oh, he laughed at it. But
shit, it's bad impressions of me.
Well, he's grandkid. Look at my kids. You know, he's got a big penis on my yard. You know what I mean? Like, I get it.
He must hate me.
I don't think he likes you that much.
No, we had a good night, but
yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I got there and we're having drinks, and you had booked to go out to dinner, and then next minute I noticed your wife sort of starting to cook up pizzas in the oven. I'm like, oh, they obviously aren't going.
Well, she is Italian.
Let's talk about that quickly.
Oh, we should.
Well, it's not. No, we'll talk about it. We'll get her on the podcast one day. We'll let her. We can't speak for her.
Yeah.
She's got to explain her.
Yeah, it's an interesting story, that one.
But anyway, yeah, your wife starts cooking up pizzas, and it looks like we're having dinner there. I'm like, oh, well, we're here now. We're having dinner. They're bringing out dips. And then it gets to a point. Your father-in-law is just like, all right, I'm hungry. Us 4 boys, we're going to dinner. Boys only, none of the girls. And he's like, do you still have the booking? And you're like, oh, no, I haven't cancelled it yet. And he's like, well, call him now. Tell him we're just running late. And now there's only 4 of us, not 11.
Yeah.
So you do that.
Well, you've met him, right? Like he's as manly as a man can be. He's 6'4". He wears his life on his face, right?
Yeah.
He's beautiful. He's brilliant. And, just makes a decision for 4 men to go out and have 4 big steaks.
Yeah.
Just like that. No, it's just the boys, just the men. So we're going.
We all get up and
love it.
Walk inside. Your wife is putting pizzas on the table that she had just spent the last half hour cooking, putting it down. All right, dinner's ready, everyone.
I know.
He's like, nah, we're going out.
I know. And I'm
just like, oh, no.
It makes it hard. I'm torn. I love my wife. I love my life. I love my father-in-law. But a steak is a steak. Yeah. At the end of the day. Yeah.
Oh, look, I wasn't complaining.
No, I know.
I was just in the background. I'm like,
I'm trying to,
It's just very, he's just real old school like that. I feel like it's, the old school way. The men go into the pub while the wife stay in the car with the wife and with the kids, waiting for the man to have his beers and we'll get on the road after.
Yeah, wonderfully old school.
The good old days, hey?
The good old days.
Let's bring it back.
Yeah, well, we did. We went and had our steaks.
We did.
We jumped in an Uber. 5 minutes in, 4 of us, steaks, and dealt with the repercussions later.
Yeah, well, I got back to the house. I'm like, oh, I'm going home. I'm like, I'll leave you with it.
Yeah,
no, that was a good night. That was
great.
Let's just take a moment to admire this setup, by the way. We haven't spoken about it yet.
Yeah.
We've got a proper blackjack table from the casino, from the old Jupiters.
Yeah. Can you feel the mojo, the muju?
Oh, I reckon,
juju?
I remember that cigarette spot there. I'm pretty sure I lost a lot of money at this table there.
Mate, can I tell you, I worked at Jupiter's Casino.
That's right, stripping, yeah.
No, I love that you think I've never... or have I? No, I haven't. But in 05 to 08, I was at Jupiter's Casino.
Stripping. Okay, what were you doing?
Oh, well, I was just, excuse me, I was just working there.
You're not helping your cause,
No, there was a show there. Yeah, absolutely, there was a show there down in the showroom. Mate, have you seen my guts? There is no way I could have ever done that. But Jupiter's Casino, I was there, and I love the fact that we were able to get our hands on an original table from Jupiter's Casino. I think it's just brilliant.
Tell us about what you were doing. Like, you can't just leave.
No, I was in a show. It was 2005. The show was called Tempo Rouge.
Thunder from Down Under.
Tempo Rouge. It was quite a large show. What was it? Dion and Randall Productions. One of those shows. I think they'd had many shows, maybe 5 or 6 of the big shows. And I'm going right back. They had when they used to have the big shows at the casino. Yeah. Maybe 30, 40 people in the show, so quite large. I saw. And they did it.
Is it like a cabaret show?
They did it very well. Yeah. Well, it was like pretty much. It was a Latin American cabaret show. I think we had like 8 acts from around the world as in the show as well, and I was part of that show. So it was good times. Yeah, Jupiter's Casino. But I just think it's wonderfully ironic that we're sitting here in front of a Jupiter's poker table.
I do love some blackjack. Oh, that's what I was saying. How you can poker, you can put all your money in a pot and someone takes it all. Blackjack, can we just do it? It's like, hey, we all chuck in however much we want. Everyone chuck in $100. Could be 5-6 players, $600 there, and but it's not really going to be someone takes all unless we all just sit at the blackjack table until someone has. But someone's got to play the deal. Yeah, it doesn't work the same, does it?
No. We have to have a young lady to deal.
Yes. She takes all the money in the end.
She probably will in the end.
Well, what kind of...
I know where you're going with that. I know exactly where you're going with that. I'm not even going there. No, we have a young lady and she deals us up. And absolutely, we have to use this table, not only just as a podcast bench office.
Let's do it. $100 each. We'll have $600.
Or maybe
give her a few tips to...
Or maybe we represent... We have some of our friends and followers where we represent a team of, maybe 10 or 20 people, and they might put $5 each in, and we play on their behalf.
I kind of liked the $100 each and get her topless. No cameras.
Yeah.
Just have a good night.
Okay. Well, it was your idea. I'll go along with it. But it's your idea, though.
All right. Anyway, we're going to move on to a little segment.
Yeah.
We've got segments. We planned segments and everything.
Yeah.
We're doing all right for this podcast. We planned just for 2 weeks of planning.
Yeah.
We've pulled together something all right.
I love it. I love it.
What we do need is a few better music soundtracks to go with stuff, though. So this is our intro to What's the Verdict for now. What's the verdict? All right.
So it's very short.
I'm swinging this on you.
Is there any way we could lengthen that?
Well, it goes for a minute. It's going to piss off everyone if we let that roll for a minute.
Can you just play it again for me? Oh, I feel you.
What's the verdict?
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
What's the verdict?
No,
What's the verdict?
Yeah,
Let's talk about it on the podcast.
I can't wait till we take this to another level. We're like the cheap version of Kmart at the moment. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone loves Kmart.
That's proper bottom of the barrel shit.
No, but everybody loves Kmart.
Kmart is cheap.
My wife shops there.
We're the cheap version of the cheap shop?
Yeah, but
we're like the dollar store?
Yeah, but everyone goes
We're
there
the
now.
thrift shop.
No one ever used to go there 5 years ago. Now everybody goes there. And we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah. I kind of thought we were nailing it.
Or you can edit that out.
Well, now it's got to stay, doesn't it?
Oh, damn it.
All right, what's the verdict?
All right.
Guys, I've been throwing this out all podcast, but to me, Tony is and always will be a stripper in the past. And the question for what's the verdict today
Yes.
is it okay for men to wear G-strings?
Oh, this is why
And you know why I'm bringing this up.
Now I know why you're talking about this ridiculous stripper thing.
G-strings.
Yes.
Man wearing G-strings. Is it okay? Let us know down below before I get this man to explain why he thinks it's okay. It's just, how does it even fit?
Well, you just put one leg on at a time and pull them up.
Yeah, but once it's up, is it like a proper male G-string?
Well,
Like, is it like a pocket? Has it got like a trunk at the front? Or like, what is...
look.
No, you pulled this out for us.
Okay.
I've got a video.
Now I know why you're talking strippers. No,
I'm pretty sure I've got a video of this. I do. This is one of our drinking nights. I almost forgot.
Yeah.
You pulled your fucking G-string out.
Yeah, I did. Yes.
I'm going to find that clip and I'm going to put it up here right now.
Okay, I need to explain it though.
Yeah.
'cause
Now that they're seeing the clip right now.
It makes no sense.
They're seeing the clip right now, so explain yourself.
Yeah.
Mate.
Well, it was one of those things that was in the line of work that I was doing. You had, no, and I'm not talking stripping. I'm not certainly not stripping. But when doing shows, you had to wear show pants, and they're real tight. And you had a choice. And I remember as a young man, maybe
and
18.
you made the wrong choice.
No, I struggled with it when I was about 18. I was like, what? I have to what? And it just felt so weird.
Wait, you had to wear G-strings?
You had to. Yeah, you had to. It wasn't a choice. You had to because your pants are white, tight show pants. You had to. Anyway, yeah, I would say maybe 3 months in, you kind of get used to it, and it is what it is. It is what it is. So that was kind of a part of my life, right? But you got to remember, I was a football player, come from a boxing family, wheat farmer. So it was the most.
You were like the Derek Zoolander of the family.
Yeah, for a while, yeah, I think I was. But it was what it was. You had to wear it. It was one of the tools of the trade. Yeah.
So why do you still have it? That you're talking about you're in the show business 2005?
Well, yes. Yes. Why do I still have it? Well,
wait, when's the last time you wore this thing? When's the last time you pulled the G-string out and danced around for Danny?
Last September. I had to. No, we did a...
Yeah, I love it. I had to.
Look, I'm not saying that... I don't know what I'm saying.
The more you say, the deeper you're digging, man.
Yeah. So it was quite strange, actually, because the last big show we did was in 2008. That was it. And I didn't go near them. It was what it was. And then we got asked back as guests by the producers, Dion and Randall, and we went back and we only did 4 shows, my wife and I. And this is last September, right? This is 2024. So I'm talking over 20 years, or a little under 20 years, I'm sorry. So I thought, where do I get G-strings from? So my wife and I went to Doncaster Shopping Centre in Melbourne, and we couldn't find any. We ended up finding like this dance shop that had G-strings, and I walked in there and I said, look, do you still do men's G-strings? And she said, yeah, of course we do. We're a dance shop. And I'm like, okay.
Is this popular? Do many men wear G-strings? I need to know this.
No.
Guys out there, I'm pretty sure you don't. But do you wear a G-string? Have you ever worn a G-string?
Yeah.
I feel like
Mardi Gras, honestly, no.
Mardi Gras, people wear G-strings. Did you ever go to the Mardi Gras in your G-string?
No, I never did.
Okay.
I have never been to a Mardi Gras. But and she went, yes, of course we do. And I said, okay, fantastic. And she goes, would you like the padded ones or the non-padded ones? And I'm thinking, what? We never even had a choice 20 years ago. So I got the padded ones, of course, and the flesh-coloured ones as well. So, and I wore them 4 times.
Why the flesh-coloured ones? Why didn't you go the lacy? If you're going to do it, go all out, you know.
I really should have in hindsight. But anyway, look, I got them again. I don't want to make a thing of this.
I don't.
No. I don't wear them daily. But yeah, I had to. It was, like I said, it was tools of the trade, and yeah. Anyway,
don't lie to me, right?
Anyway, we did 4 shows. I've since hung up my boots or hung up my G-string. But yeah, it's still in my cupboard.
Don't lie to me.
Well, I'll tell you this. 20 years ago, my closest friends, who were about 15 of us, they knew that I had to, they come to terms with it. They said, all right, I hated it, but they went, all right. But when I was finished in that show, they made me pile them all together and we burnt the whole lot of them off on a wave break island on the Gold Coast. We called it the wave break burn off, it was called. So we all sat around drinking beer and they went, that's it, you can never wear one again. And I never thought I would, and then 20 years
Actually, I
later.
think I met one of these friends and he was talking about it because you were on this boat wearing a G-string. So you can't bullshit me.
Well,
no.
What happened, we just finished a show and I was on the back of the boat and I went to get up and the T-bar popped up above my jeans and he goes, mate, he gave me a serving. He goes, what the fuck? It was what it was.
It's like we're going to the island and burning them all.
Yeah, that was basically it. We're compiling all of your G-bangers. We're going to go burn them, and that is it. You make a promise, and I did. I actually did. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, 20 years I didn't wear one for.
All right, be honest with me right now. You said you bought it in September, the new one.
Yeah.
Don't bullshit me. You wore it for the show. I get that. You've definitely worn it since.
Mate, I'd wear it for the podcast. I have no problem. Let's go.
Show me what... No, don't show me. I don't want to see it. You haven't flaunted around for Danny in it? Does she love it?
Does Danny love it? I don't think so. I don't...
We'll talk about it on the podcast.
We'll talk about it.
Let's get the wives on here one day. Yeah. We'll do an episode with both the wives.
I think, honestly, I think these questions really should be directed at Danny. Get her on, ask her what she thinks.
No, I'm actually keen to get Danny on one day. You know what Danny's good at? Chili.
Yeah, she's a bit of a chili head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've had a few dinners now and man, we had a Mexican night the other night, made margaritas for everyone. And then she's like, can we make chili margaritas? I'm like, are you chili?
Yeah, she loves it. She loves it. She loves it on anything and any time she can get it.
Yeah, so I've gone online and I've purchased a few chili challenges because she's good. She's good with chili.
She's very good.
I think she's better than you. So I've got a bit of competition there. You didn't like hearing that.
I don't know. Yeah, she could be.
Let's give it a go. Yeah.
We'll give
anyway,
it a go. We'll see.
I've bought some goods online. They actually arrived yesterday.
Good.
I'm not going to show you yet, but. Let's do it. Let's get the wives.
What did you get? Did you get sauces? Are we doing the...
There's some sauces. All right, I'll tell you. I've got some sauces. It's like a sauces challenge. I haven't tried this one before, but apparently it's hot sauce and it's like a dice game and kind of like a roulette kind of thing.
Yeah.
Then I've got 2 of the world's hottest corn chips, which are just lathered in nothing but Carolina Reaper. And then I've also got Satan's toe, which I have done before.
I've heard of...
I've done the Satan's toe before.
I've heard it.
9 million Scoville lollipop.
9 million?
9 million Scoville lollipop. And the challenge is to suck on this lollipop for 5 minutes. I did it. I completed the 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I was trying to have some ice cream to cool it down, and within a minute, I was to the bathroom. Made me throw up. Chili has made me throw up twice in my life.
Okay.
First time was when I did this. It was called Australia's Hottest Burger, where they load it with the Trinidad Maruga.
Is that the one where they get you to sign the waiver?
Yeah, I had to sign a waiver, wear gloves, goggles, everything. So yeah, that one's probably my worst chili experience, because when you got that much food and it's just digesting in your stomach I was in pain for literally 16 hours, I reckon.
Can I just say, look, you're scaring me a little bit, because I'm not. Look, I love chili, but when you're talking 9 million Scovilles, I mean,
yeah, it's hot.
That's.
But the difference is this: what I've found with some of these challenges, like so that burger, I can say is the worst one I've done. Wasn't the hottest at the time, but because it's digesting and gurgling in your stomach, you're in pain for just hours upon hours upon hours. Whereas a lollipop, you suck on it and you're getting like trickles of liquid going down into your stomach. So it's not there for as long. It's not as bad on the inside. It's hot in the mouth.
Yeah.
But once it gets inside you, it's not as
Are we still
painful.
talking about the lollipop?
No. Oh, you're still talking about lollipops.
Sorry, mate. No,
it's painful.
Oh, you're
Once
scaring
it's
me.
right up in your guts, man.
No, you are. I'm not kidding. You're scaring the hell out of me. Are we going to do this on podcast, are we?
Yeah, I reckon, well, I want you. I didn't think of that. I didn't buy it to do it on the podcast, but I just wanted. I want to see how good your wife is, because she's bloody good with chili.
She's good.
But let's do it on the podcast.
Hey!
We're going to get the wives on. A wives tell all. Jeez.
Yeah.
That'll be.
I'm a bit worried about that, but that's okay.
We'll talk about it on the
That's
podcast.
right.
Anyway, but yeah, we're going to get some guests on here. Not every episode, but
Mate, we'll
get some guests coming around. With,
some big ones.
Yeah.
Some very, very
do we?
funny, big guests.
Oh, I didn't know we'd organised anyone yet.
Yeah, no, we haven't.
Well, you just
but I'm
talking
sure.
shit. Yeah, let's sell the show. You've got a salesman background. Sell it to us, mate. Yeah, we've got the biggest guests.
Well, we do. I mean, we have some of the greatest blokes, biggest influencers. We have a few celebrity stars coming on, some recording artists and things like that.
We haven't asked them yet. We've sort of written out a list, but
we sent
no
the
one even
email.
knows about this podcast yet.
We haven't heard back from them yet, but we sent the email.
No one knows it. We know about this podcast, and our wives know about this. No one knows about this yet. We've just strung this together very quickly.
Yeah.
But we've got big plans. Trust us. Trust me, bro.
Yeah,
It's on the internet now. Trust me. It's going to be good.
We have there's some exciting news in the works, so be prepared for that. I think you're all going to very much enjoy that.
I asked for some questions from my audience. We don't have a podcast page yet, but we do now. We do now. This is obviously on YouTube. If you're here, make sure you subscribe. Please subscribe. We want to grow this thing.
And the faster we grow it, the more we can make a difference.
All right. Anyway, we've gone onto the interwebs. We've asked some questions for me and Tony. The guys don't know what they're asking questions for yet.
Is my teeth still green and my tongue?
It is. Yeah, green? I've sort of been. If you've caught me looking at your lips a few times today, it's not because I'm staring at your lips.
Okay, right.
Yeah,
they're big, aren't they? Aren't they?
Don't have a question. Of course you don't. But I definitely wanted to let you know I love your content, and I love that you guys have included your neighbour. It's awesome. Can't wait to see more of your content and your neighbour.
Oh, that's
Stephen. You don't know about the G-string.
Who is that? What's her name?
Stephen. Stephen So.
Okay. Good on you, Steve.
Did Shami pay for my knee reconstruction? No, he didn't pay for my knee reconstruction. Fuck.
I love that they know about your knee, though.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Gone back a few years.
That's cool, yeah.
Gone back a few years there. Yeah. Nice hat. Nice. Oh, you're going to love this.
Yeah.
Angela Gooden. Nice hat to the neighbour.
Yes. What's her name?
Angela.
Thank you, Angela. Thank you.
Why this is funny is because like an hour before he came here, Tony was all excited. He sent me a message. He's like, "Got a new hat for the podcast." I'm like, "Well, shit, you're buying outfits for this? Look at you all looking all fresh."
No.
I'm hearing like I don't think this has been washed in 3 days.
No, can I tell you? I haven't been shopping for myself in years, and that happens when you have kids. Like years and years, and the hats I have are scraggly. So it was the one thing I really wanted to get today was just a little hat. I love that compliment. Thank you.
All right, Vicky Louise Davies. What's the best, most memorable prank of all time that you've done? Vicky. Oh,
Oh, many years.
No, not that. We're going back to the year 2020.
Okay.
Maybe 2019. I can't remember. It was 2019 or 2020. I think it was 2019.
Oh, start of COVID.
Yeah, right before COVID. I think it was just before COVID, this was. But I don't know if this is the biggest one, but it's probably the most memorable one because it just worked out great. And Shami had only just purchased his G-Wagon, like maybe 4 weeks earlier. And yeah, I don't know. He didn't have his G-Wagon for long. And I was off in Bali for a week or two. And then as I got home, literally the day I flew home, Sham went to Bali, but I didn't know about it. And back then, I was going to Sham's house like 6 days a week. We were just filming every day, 6 days a week, because obviously Sham, JJ, and Austin lived there at the time. Austin wasn't even part of the content at that time though. So yeah, I get back from Bali. The next day, I go over to Sham's place, and JJ's like, "Sham's not here. He went to Bali." I'm like, "What? When did he go to Bali?" And he was like, "Yeah, he went yesterday. Just a last minute trip with his girlfriend." So I said, "Well, that's perfect then. We got to stitch him up." So, and I'd always wanted to do something to his G-Wagon, but it was near impossible because Shami is never away. Like if he's away, we're generally away with him. And so we never had access to his G-Wagon to do something to him. And Shami had stitched up Jaden with the whole buying of the thing. So we definitely wanted to get him back. So I quickly jumped online and hit up a whole bunch of car wrapping companies to see if someone could help us out, because I think Sham was only there for the weekend, but companies aren't obviously open on the weekend. So we were talking about, we need this, it's like a Friday, we need this done on Monday, because he was arriving on the Tuesday, let's say. I can't remember what the days were. So I've jumped online, quickly hit up like 10 different wrapping companies around Brisbane and Gold Coast to see if anyone could help us out extremely last minute and get it done in the time frame we needed. And one company was keen to help us out. So I was like, well, fuck. So me and JJ went down to the costume store, bought a bunch of costumes, a fireman one, we got a sumo one, we got a cowboy one, like a sexy cowboy costume. And we did a bunch of photos. We ended up only settling with the fireman. We're just like, stuff it. Let's just plaster it in fireman photos of JJ. We just turfed the other costumes and took a bunch of photos and got them wrapped onto his car, and all done before he got home. So, and he got home very hungover. If he goes to Bali, they're over in Bali at the moment, actually.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe I should do something. He's giving away the G-Wagon right now. Maybe I should do something to the G-Wagon before it goes, eh?
Mate, you've done so many pranks. I mean, that's a great question, but gee, it's a tough one to answer.
Yeah, it is hard. I think that's just the most... I don't think that's the biggest prank we've done. Yeah. I think it's just the most memorable because how fast-paced it all seemed. It seemed impossible to get done in the time frame, but it just worked. So I think it was like one of the ones that you're like, yes, we got it done kind of thing.
Yes.
Not necessarily the best, but... we got it done, and it felt good to get it done. So, yeah, I'll stick with that for this time.
Yeah, and it won't be the last. I'm sure there's more.
Rita Ann, what's your favourite beer? Stone and Wood for me, I think.
Stone and Wood for you?
Yeah.
I recently stumbled across a new beer, and it blew my mind. I'm talking maybe 3 weeks ago. I went to Noosa Heads, and the beer is called Heads of Noosa. They do a black, they do a lager. I think they do 4 beers, but anyway, blew my mind.
You love your black beers, eh?
I love my stouts. Yeah.
Tattooed hair, Brett Parker. Yes. SMP, baby. I'm thinking of going to Turkey, taking a trip to Turkey.
No.
Get some sprouts in there.
Mate, if you had a weird shaped head, maybe. But I feel weird giving you this compliment, but you've got a great shaped head. Don't worry about it.
That means so much.
I know. You do.
I'm going to fucking Turkey.
It's good shape.
All right, Tony. One for you. This is from Stacey Clark. It is bugging the crap out of me as to where I have seen your neighbour before. Ooh. Strippers?
No, it wouldn't.
Maybe a hen's party or something?
No.
Has he been on TV or does he just have one of those faces you want to punch?
Oh, Stacey. Is it Stacey?
Have you been on TV? Where do people know your face from?
Well, yeah, I have. It was, 24 years ago. Yeah, it was. I'd had a song. I was signed with Sony Records. I had a song out at the time called "Take Me Away," And we...
Wait.
Yeah.
Give us a line of it.
Take me away from the ordinary. I want to know if we're... Any more? I have to charge you. And we... Do you remember Big Brother?
Yes.
Well,
you on Big Brother?
Yeah, the very first Big Brother, like the original Big Brother.
As in the contestant on Big Brother?
No, not the contestant. No, they got right to the end where the winner won. I think his name was Toddy. He had dreadlocks.
I don't think I really watched it, but it was. Is that the same as the bum? Who was the bum dance girl?
Oh no, I think she was the next one.
Next one,
yeah, man. But it was the best one because they didn't know, just how famous they were outside and everything else. Anyway, he won it, and we were there, and I was there to perform with the band the song at the time. Take Me Away, and it was unbelievable. In that the very next day, because I had to fly to Sydney the next day, and Big Brother then was the biggest show in Australia.
Oh, early days of Big Brother was
huge. It was huge, and I got to experience firsthand the exposure that came with Sony Big Brother, really. Yeah, that kind of could be deal. What it was, maybe.
Big Tony,
Big Tone.
Here, yeah. Is that so? Only time on TV? You've had a few appearances, haven't you?
That's
Stacey, you've seen him all over TV.
Stacey, what a good question.
Yeah, you love that one. Yeah, I was on Big Brother, guys.
Never spoken about that. I thought that was
Sony.
No,
that's cool. I didn't know you were on Sony.
Pardon?
I didn't know you were on Sony.
Yeah, yep. No, it was a time in my life. Yeah, great period.
Didn't know Sony sponsored strippers.
What? Why? You keep going back to the whole G-string thing. Why? You've got to let that go. One night we need to get on the drink.
Forever be Tony to the stripper.
One night you and I need to get on the drink, and we need to both put on a pair of G-strings, and you need to relax, mate. It's okay. It's all good. You'll be surprised just how good it feels. It's all good.
Daniel Brunier, when are me and Cassie moving into a new home, or are we both still looking? We're both still looking. We've thought about putting an offer on the house we're in, but I don't think we're going to do it. But yeah, we kind of like the area we're in. We're keeping an eye to see if anything pops up here. Wouldn't mind staying in the area. If not, Tony pisses me off too much, and this podcast is going to the shitter, and I'm starting again with a new neighbour.
Can we mention that you actually made an offer on our house?
Yeah. Come buy your house and you fuck off.
I think that was your plan. I'll buy yours. You get out.
It's like, Tony, love your house. Yeah. Do you want to sell it?
Yeah. It's quite funny.
And then you can fuck off wherever the fuck you want. Yeah. I want to stay here.
Yeah.
Offer's still there if you want. Danny Rachel, how did you two become mates, and are your wives friends? Well, from being neighbours, I guess. And yes, our wives are friends.
Yeah. Yep.
They get along well.
And our children.
Our kids, yeah. You got 3 kids. I got a little girl. My 3-year-old and is Lulu 6 now? 5?
10, 6 and 4.
So yeah, Harmony and Lulu get along fantastic.
Yeah, great friends.
Best friends. Bestest of friends. Paul Brown, is there anything that you have regretted on doing to Cassie? Also, was a lot of cleaning required at the old place? Lastly, when will you rope Harmony to doing tricks on Mummy? Let's start with the last one. We don't really want to rope Harmony into anything. She can, we don't like the idea of throwing her into content. That's why we don't put her, we try to avoid her face being shown in a lot of the content. She pops up here and there, but yeah, we're like, let's keep her out. And if she ever wants to do her own little kids channel on YouTube or something one day, I'll help her with that. But I'm never going to tell her, oh, let's do it. She's going to have to watch some YouTube and like, Daddy, can you help me do YouTube? And I'm like, let's do it.
For sure.
But yeah, no, I'm not going to rope her into content. That's going to be up to her if and when she wants to.
Am I right in saying, though, she's warming up to it a little bit?
Not necessarily like content. She loves watching herself on camera.
But I mean in terms of being more comfortable with the camera being around.
Yeah. A little bit. She hasn't really... sometimes we film her and she's like, no cameras. And anytime she says that, cameras go down.
Yeah.
But she's right into her princess dresses at the moment, so... And she's learnt to love watching herself dancing as a princess, and she loves watching it in selfie mode. So I put it in selfie mode for her, press record, and she'll just be dancing around.
She's happy.
Oh, so cute. Have I regretted doing anything to Kathy? No, she deserves everything she gets.
Even the glue in the hair?
Nah, that was pretty tame. That one wasn't so bad.
Really?
What's the worst I've done to her? I don't know. See, she does worse to me. That's the thing.
Yeah, she
I
gives.
I take it easy on her because I don't know. Like I don't want to. I don't really want to hurt her.
She does.
She's done some brutal things to me, so I don't think anything I've done to her has been like crazy bad.
I reckon it's about...
Oh, the waxy eyebrows. Look, I had to stare at it for a few months. So
That's a bit harsh. But true. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't regret doing that though because she did it to me. She did it to two of my eyebrows, but she had yeah. No, I wouldn't say I regret nothing. I'd like to apologise to absolutely fucking nobody.
Jashan does what the hell Jashan likes.
Who is more whipped by their wife, me or Tony? I wouldn't say I'm whipped.
Say I'm whipped.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this first episode of the podcast.
Can I just say, that's a question that we should ask Danny.
Yeah, maybe we'll revisit that question.
I think we should, because I can't answer it honestly. Like I totally lied through my teeth right now.
When are we going to get the girls on? We'll get the girls on one day.
Yeah.
But no.
Let's do that.
We'll maybe not straight away. We'll get the boys on. I want to have some boy chats before we get any girls on here.
Well, it was
Let's get a few of the boys on here soon.
Yeah, I mean it's a man. Look at us. We're men. It's a man podcast. Let's get the boys on
Gaming
first.
table.
And then sort of creep into our ladies.
Yeah, we'll get them on one day, but I'm not. Doesn't excite me that much. So if we need a guest one day,
yeah, man.
And
Scraping the bottom of the barrel. What's your wife doing, Tone?
Shane B. Duncan, when are you guys going to make it to the States and have some fun? We should go on tour. The podcast is going on tour.
We're going to Vegas.
We're hitting the road.
We're going to Vegas.
In fact, this podcast excites me though. We can, if we do this well, if we don't fucking...
You're easily excitable, aren't you?
No, I'm just worried about us hating each other by next week.
It could happen.
Yeah,
could happen.
It
It's early.
could.
Yeah, it's early days. But I tell you what, taking it on the road's not a bad idea. But
Yeah.
we got to walk before we can run.
Wait, am I coming to Fiji? You offered me to
Yes.
come to Fiji.
Well, it's...
Can I come on your family trip to Fiji?
Oh,
is it?
But no,
Do I need the okay from Paul and his...
Yeah,
Oh,
yes, you do.
shit.
And
And-
he's seen you on all fours barking like a dog. Your chances aren't good,
I
actually.
fucked up Fiji, didn't I?
You might have.
Fucked up.
That's all right, mate. There'll always be another holiday.
Anyways, we're going to leave it at that for now. Which one's my camera's over here? Thanks
Where
for...
my camera's over there.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed this first podcast. It's been good. I've been wanting to get the podcast back for a while. I did this years ago, but I've been wanting... And I always said, I'm like, if I'm going to do a podcast again, because last time it was like pack down, set up. And I was like, you know what, next time I really want to do a podcast, but next time I do it, it's got to be a permanent setup where we walk into the room, press record, and we're on.
Yeah.
None of this pack down shit set up, because that just takes your mind off it. So we went a bit overboard with the setup, but this is what we need. This is what we need for it to be motivating and exciting and less work. We walk in here, grab a beer, sit down, and
I think
done.
Absolutely. I get your point, and we will get to that point. And I think it's also important to know that this is just a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We really do. We get to engage with your clientele. We get to talk about our
clientele.
Yeah,
Hey,
well,
you're getting a few fans popping up in there. People are wanting to see more of you. It's good.
we get to engage with our families, have a bit of fun, a little bit of laughter, and we look forward to you guys watching this grow. We're so excited.
Thanks for watching, guys. We will see you. Are we doing this once or twice a week?
4 times. Let's go.
All right. We'll see you next week. No promises. At least once a week. We're going to try for 4.
Okay, once a week.
No, maybe 2.
3.
We'll talk about it on the podcast. See you guys.
Bye.